The label itself, social anxiety, it's kind of used as like with such finality, like, oh, this guy has social anxiety. That's it, like binary, like on and off. I don't think it's that way. Everyone's got a spectrum, everyone's somewhere on the spectrum, and I just wanted to move myself more towards, let's say this way is the right way, or the better, less anxiety, more towards this way. And I always knew like I'm sure everyone's got so much potential, and I always believed in myself, and I just didn't want to, at that point in my life, like around high school, I started experiencing some things that were very new to me, like bullying. Like I was never bullied in middle school. I got along with people, and then high school it changed, and some things happened with my body as well. Got a little sick, and I was bullied, and I started creating these beliefs about me, like I'm not, just like toxic beliefs, like they don't like me, I'm not that cool, blah blah blah. And I think that just lingered a little bit, and I was like, wow, like after high school, I didn't want to like be that person anymore. I wanted to change my beliefs about me. So I just started getting into, well, specifically it was with like relationships and like attracting women. And that was like how I entered like this personal development realm. And then I started to realize, as I started getting better at that specific area, there was the actions I was taking, yes, and I was getting results, yes, but I still felt like, just really not like making any progress on the inside. So I'm like, there's another deeper level to this, and that's where I started exploring more of like topics that I never thought about before at the time, like self-compassion, self-love, having patience with yourself. I found Dr. Aziz, I think, through like maybe a YouTube video or something. It was a while ago. And I went to one of his programs a while back, and I really resonated with his message, of course, so I went there. And I felt like, like so motivated, like I do right now. But at the time, I was finishing like college, so it kind of like diverted all my attention. I made some progress, and I got to a point where I was like, all right, this is cool. But I got comfortable and I just stayed there. And I didn't make any more progress. I know there's a lot more progress to be made. So I just stayed there and finished college, university, and now I'm here. And now I have more time to like invest in myself. And I got this email from Dr. Z's assistant to come here, and well, it's perfect because now it was the right time in my life to like, start devoting myself more to this. Exercise, like I got paired up with a guy named Matt during one of the breaks, and I think he's in the mastermind. So he started off doing some stuff like embarrassment inoculation stuff, like doing some push-ups in front of a bookstore, lying down on the sidewalk, which is actually very relaxing. And I told him, you know what, Matt, that's not really like it's kind of easy. I don't really feel challenged. I would rather just go approach people, like girls that get me like that little hesitation. You feel like, oh, I want to approach him, but you start making excuses like, nah, she's walked too far, blah, blah, blah. I wanted to do those things. So we started approaching some girls, and I mean, it's a little bit different in the middle of the day. I do approach girls and like people and talk to them, but like that's like a bar, and I feel like I give myself permission in this situation. Yeah, it was a little bit nerve-wracking at first, and I got a number at the end of it, which was nice. And I realized that I didn't like Matt was telling me like, good job, you did a really good job. Like he did a lot of action, and I was telling myself, nah, I didn't really. That was no big deal. That was nothing. And I was creating a story to myself where I wasn't like accepting my little victories, even if it's just a little victory. Yeah, there's a lot of like talk around that subject to like just celebrate not only you're not. I mean, there's a banner right there to celebrate your failures and mistakes and your rejection, but I wasn't even celebrating my wins. So I had to like just take that in. I'm like, yeah, that was good. I took some action, celebrated myself. So one of the main things I took away from like this weekend was, yes, take the action, but following up the action with just meeting yourself with self-love and self-compassion, and encouraging yourself. Because I would take action, but it wouldn't be from a place of like inspiration or love. It would be from a place of I need to get away from this loser version of me and go to that, or like I want to get that status and get the girls. Well, what if I just don't want either or and just come from a place of just to be inspired to share myself with other human beings and possibly enrich their experience while they're here on this earth. It was a little bit more deeper than what I was expecting. Yeah, for me, it was mostly like I knew I could do it, so I did believe in myself, but it wasn't like, is this the right person I should work with? Is this the best mentor or the best coach? Like, and I'm sure that was just, I was like telling myself like, maybe not, maybe he's not the best, maybe I should wait. And that's probably just an excuse or a story. And underneath that, of course, is fear. Like, no, just make any step towards like healing and growth is the right direction. And I would just say like, try him out. And well, also, he's amazing. He knows what he's talking about, that's for sure. He's gone through that journey himself, and he makes it very apparent, and he's just very transparent that he is still growing, and maybe he's further like along down the path, his path, but he's gone through everything that we're going, and he's still growing. He's still setting that example to be a person that's going to continually grow. And he's just a very transparent guy, a very genuine guy. And I feel like he authentically cares deeply. I'm sure there's other things he could do with his time, but he chose to do this. He's very passionate about this. He works hard for this, and it shows. So like I don't even remember the last thing I did where I had to put in this much effort, like compared to him, and for myself. For like, was there like a test or something or like some kind of like in school that I had to put that much effort in to study for? But that's for me? No. But he's doing all this, putting all this effort in, and it's not only for himself, it's for other people. So it's just very admirable that he's able to spread his message and devote so much time and effort and energy into that message.